A very good afternoon, viewers, and welcome to African Beyond Television Network. And we continue to take a look on what's happening in the nation's back without fear, without favor. Harare City Council, led by Jacob Mafume, is planning to demolish 5,000 houses. Yes, 5,000 houses. We have never heard about the arrest of the people who parceled out that land. We've never heard about the arrest of these land barons and their punishment, but we are now being told that they're demolishing 5,000 houses. Why? It's because they are working on the same plan with Team Lacoste to make sure that they gain support in Harare through mass demolitions. But the idea is there are certain people who know for sure that going forward, they will never be voted in as councillors and MPs once again. We have some councillors at the Harare City Council. These councillors, they've gone into bed with the regime in Harare to then make it appear as if the opposition is the one which is wrong. So what they're doing is they're using the opposition-controlled city council to demolish houses for the people, make them homeless. And then the regime will come and say, well, look at what this incompetent opposition has done. And in everything they have been doing, they have consistently labeled Nelson Chamisa saying he is a failure, A, B, C, D. So before I go any further, I want to shout out to my Petronella. How are you? A very good afternoon, and welcome to the program. So what is happening is that this is a strategy which they are using. Look at the events happening in Harare. They've started, number one, with demolishing properties in Belvedere. The government came and distanced itself from that and said, this is the evil council which is doing this. And who controls the council? It's the fake opposition led by Chabangu. But the name Chabangu is not appearing. The name Woshmengube is not appearing. The name which is appearing is of Nelson Chamisa. So they are using it as a tool to fight Nelson Chamisa. I know that a lot of people would say this is irrelevant, but let me explain. ZANU-PF people are always strategic. They are going to demolish properties. Once they manage to demolish properties, and they are going then to bring in a commission to run Harare. Once they bring in a commission to run Harare, they are going to say what the council did was wrong. They will parcel the same areas, the same places. They will parcel stands to people again. And in this time around, they'll be telling you that it's now the central government doing it. The opposition has failed. So they will be using commissions to say, this land is now legally available for resettlement or for occupation. They'll parcel it to the people and they'll appear as if they are saints. Watch them. If they succeed to bring this commission, this is their agenda. This is what they are planning. All in the name of trying by all means possible, by hook or crook, to reduce the influence of Advocate Nelson Chamisa. They have vowed to say, we are going to make sure that Chamisa hawani support Harare. That is what they are saying in their own quarters. That is the reason why, even if they know that Nelson Chamisa has distanced himself from this party, they will do whatever they can to soil his name. But let me say this. People are not blind. People see. People are not stupid. People are wise. They see what is happening and they recognize each and every character behind this. They know for sure that Mafume is working and is doing the bidding for the regime in Harare. So whatever they're doing, the people know for sure who is behind these demolitions. It's Emerson and his puppet Mafume. These are the people who are working so hard, tirelessly hard, to make sure that people are evicted. The major question is, maiva kupi vanhu vachivaka, maiva kupi vanhu vachipasela mastands iwayo. What did you do as the council against the land barons? Show us the land barons who have been given years in prison for duping citizens. Why are you not using corrective measures? Because there are people who have been given land, as you say, on some areas which are not allowed. What are you doing to fix that? Because if you are sincere and if you acknowledge that these people, they got these tents through the dubious means of the land barons, then you understand where we are going. You understand the reason why there is need for this council to come up with a solution to protect the people. The council is not there to punish the people. That is the reason why the central government, Garwe, came out and said, we didn't know about the demolitions. Look at the properties which these demolitions are happening. They are worth thousands of dollars. Big properties which are demolished in Belvedere. They don't care. In 2005, this government demolished several properties during the Murabatsina. I want to give you an example of White Cliff. White Cliff had the people who have gotten into that place, and you know that area was well serviced, was pegged. Everything. There was a map, everything was known. This is the sewer line, these are the roads, everything. Roads were there, graded, opened. People had built houses in an orderly manner. But Murambachina came and demolished the houses. To my surprise, 2-3 years later, the same government came back and started parceling out stands on the same land. But they simply changed the sizes of the stands. So the sizes of the stands were 500 square meters. They changed them to other areas. They remained 500 square meters. To other areas, they became 300 square meters. And to other areas, they became around 1,000 square meters. That is what they did. But they started now giving and parceling out stands to new people. And those who have been the original occupants of that area were then placed on another area, but in the same farm, same area. They were given on the outskirts, very small and very tiny stands. This is how this government operates. Right now, that area is owned by Fugari. And there is another court order which says those people must be removed from White Cliff. But what is happening is that these people, they are simply using Chindini and they are not observing that court order. Why? It's because they use that area for elections. That is an area which they use for elections each and every time. When the time of elections comes, they will come and threaten people that if you do A, B, C, D, we will make sure that you get evicted from this place. So where are we going as a nation? There was a suggestion from Fugari. He said, okay, hand over these people to me. Let me talk to these people such that they buy the properties from me. The government has given them offer letters. And these offer letters, they are leases. They have leases, not offer letters as such. They have 99-year leases, which means you are simply living there, but temporarily. They've been told not to develop. Those who are developing are doing it. Where are those people going? Definitely you hear demolitions happening. You hear stories of evictions happening in the future. So Fugari said, okay, hand over these people to me. They don't want. He said it clearly. Hand over these people to me. Let me negotiate with them, and they pay slowly up until you finish paying for that stand. They have refused to do that. Why? It's because it benefits them. So this government is hell-bent to make sure that the people suffer. Right now, they are now using this issue of evictions as a way of, number one, punishing the people who have voted for Nelson Chamisa. Number two, to try and portray him as a bad man. That is the reason why they even sabotage and vanongo kandamarira pese pese mucity center. And the name which appears, look at Varakashi when they are spreading propaganda. It's about Chamisa this, Chamisa that, Chamisa this, Chamisa that. Go to the WhatsApp groups. They are sending it as if it's Nelson Chamisa doing it. Yet they are the ones who are on the forefront of doing this. So where are we going as a nation? We are going nowhere. We have a government which does not care about the people. The central government is denying responsibility, blaming the city council. Jacob Mafume is quiet and does not care. So, you know, it's something else, and you will continue to suffer just like that. As long as there are no consequences to the criminals who are spearheading this whole issue, we'll continue to have our people as victims. And we'll continue to have them as political tools. They're going to be used for political purposes each and every time. Imagine demolishing a property for somebody. So it's said that they will continue to use politics where there is no need for politics. You know, my heart is in pain as we talk right now because of the character and the behavior of these people. Petronella, thank you very much for coming. Spangeni says they want to lie while we know that we don't have opposition in the country. Yes, there is no opposition. This is just an extension of ZANU-PF Yavainai. So thank you very much, Engna. Thank you very much, Petronella. Grace Mpofu, thank you very much as well for the contributions. So let us continue to stand in solidarity with Advocate Nelson Chamisa. We are not going to shift our focus. And one of the most important things we need to notice that these people are going as far as Mwenezi, simply evicting people for no reason. I can tell you what 13 people of Mwenezi who were relocated from Tokwemkosi, they are facing eviction as we speak right now. They are facing eviction. You know, lawyers have been engaged, and they've written to the lands officer in Mwenezi. They've refused to respond. They've written to the Minister of State, I think in Masvingo province, has refused to respond. They've done all they could to make sure that they get answers from the people running around with this project. They've refused to respond. Why do you do it to your own people? In Mwenezi, they are doing it to the people who they forced to vote for ZANU-PF, who they frog-marched to vote for them. They are planning to evict them now. But I'm glad that we still have good people in our country. We still have good lawyers who are stepping in to make sure that they deal with that issue, to try by all means possible to stop that criminal act which is happening. It can't be a country where people are displaced from their own properties. The right to shelter is not respected. Why do you do it? Because if you demolish 5,000 houses, how many children are living in those houses? What does the High Court say? The High Court is quiet, but the High Court is the legal guardian, a secondary guardian of all children in Zimbabwe. After you, a parent, or after a guardian, legal guardian, the High Court is the next guardian of all children in Zimbabwe. They have to protect the rights of these children, but they are not. Why? It's because we have captured judges, we have captured courts, we have a captured system which is no longer serving the people. So we wait to see what is going to happen. But this is so sad. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Michael, thank you very much as well for the contributions. And thank you very much, everyone, for being here with us. It's a Sunday, and I hope and believe that you were blessed at church. And let us continue to pray to God. God loves you, and let us continue to worship Him each and every day.